Good afternoon. Today is the 8th of February and it's time for yet another not particularly interesting, probably quite boring and very vague vlog. So a couple of years ago on the very vague vlogs we looked at Cazoo, the company that sort of tried to make you think that it was something revolutionary about how they handled the used car business. It's founded about 5 years ago by a gentleman by the name of Alex Chesterman. Alex Chesterman has been a sort of controversial figure in the business world for some years. One of his earlier ventures was founding the company that became Love Film, for example. But recently he's been into used car sales, and none of you would have failed to see the advertising for Cazoo over the years. The unfortunate thing about it is that actually Cazoo started to annoy quite a lot of other people from a more traditional side of the used car business. And a couple of years ago, when we did the last very vague vlog about this, or whatever the video was called, maybe it was not a very vague vlog, I can't remember now, they had some deficiencies with their customer service. The used cars that were, delivered to customers' doors, customers never having actually seen them before. So sometimes were the faults. They apparently had a very comprehensive checklist of the different things we had to check on a car before it went on sale. It didn't look as if at the time that this had always been a very thorough check. Some people really did like Cazoo. They liked the convenience of it, and they liked the fact they didn't have to go out and drive lots of cars to choose one. They just picked one and it arrived. I think the pricing is no haggle for what it's that's worth. Recently though, things haven't been going so well. A few years ago, Cazoo bought a car preparation centre at Westbury in Wiltshire. Now that had been a very successful operation under a different company for many years, and in March 2023 it closed down with a loss of 150 jobs, and they failed to actually make it profitable when it had been for years. I don't quite know why. They have big sort of bricks and mortar locations like the one which is in Park Royal on the North Circular in London I passed yesterday, but the whole company is in quite a lot of trouble. Last month Alex Chesterman stepped down as CEO, and it was found out that in December 2023 the cash equivalent of the company's assets was down to 94.6 million. Now that sounds like a lot of money, but I'd love to have 94.6 million pounds in my bank account, and who wouldn't? But for running a company like Cazoo, that's not an awful lot. An investigation by Reuters recently revealed that, and I quote, the company is going to have to substantially alter the way it does things, or it's going to have to discontinue its operations. They're looking for more investment into it, but I think the company's been massively overvalued. I think that Alex Chesterman was very successful in convincing a lot of people it's worth a lot more than it was. I think the reason for the decline of Cazoo, there's a few reasons. One of them is that, and it's something that I actually experienced myself again yesterday, a lot of people who buy used cars don't necessarily want to anymore rely upon the fact that the description of the car on the website says it's great. They want to be able to sit in the car, go for a test drive and see if it actually suits them. Now Cazoo did offer a return policy. If somebody wasn't happy with the car, they could return it, but I just prefer, in my sort of line of business, finding cars for private clients, to go with the client, see if they're happy right then and there, and then you can adjust it on the day and drive several makes and models of car and just see what you actually prefer. A number of people who I've worked with over the course of many years who've been convinced that one particular car is the right one for them, when they drive it they find out it isn't, it is innumerable. I've lost count of that. Second thing is, the market for used cars in this country has been very challenging recently. Really challenging. Prices have been all over the place. Really low, really high. A lot of manufacturers of kind of electric cars in particular, they've now forced to admit they've got a massive oversupply of them. And the small petrol cars, in some cases, are worth tons and tons of money. And with assets in terms of the cars we hold in stock, which generally are probably worth less than they used to be, it's not hard to see why Cazoo would get in trouble if they have mainly a load of depreciating assets and low on the equivalent of the cash. So I don't think I'd really want to be buying from Cazoo at the moment. I think it's just a matter of time, actually, before that company disappears. And it's a shame because they, I think, genuinely did try to bring something they thought was new to the used car game. A lot of people not very fond of the reputation of the used car business, and people involved in it just preferred to distance themselves from it and have a car delivered to them, which they thought they were sort of choosing themselves, but effectively, Cazoo were sort of controlling the supply quite carefully, and would only really buy stuff that they thought would fit in with what they wanted, which was always a game in itself. So it's a shame about people who lost their jobs, people who probably will lose their jobs quite soon as well. And it's been an interesting experiment. Often when the CEO gets kicked out, that could be sort of the beginning of the end. So there we are. Do you have an experience of Cazoo? Have you had a good experience or a bad experience? Would you buy from a company like that again, or do you prefer to actually go and see the cars yourself and test them out? Please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you very much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below, any of the nature, and we shall see you again soon for more incoherence and mumbling.